Alright, so this video is titled, Is It Too Late for Me to Find Love? Single mother with three children gets a reality check from Anton.
No, my name is Justin. I had a question. Pretty much, I wanted to know if the co-parents are like fighting and everything, should that have an influence on like me seeing the kids, or should we just keep it together for the kids?
Wait.
If the co-parents are fighting, should that have an influence on whether one parent should see the kids, or should they be able to be mature enough to actually work through it? I'm going to take that question straight to Chulo. If you are beefing with your baby mama, should you not be able to see your child anymore?
No, that's childish. That's childish in itself. You know,
that's childish.
That bond right there, you have to nurture that. You have to nurture that. You can't be in the way because most people be putting their immature emotions before the children. That's why children normally 9 times out of 10 ain't even for the situation. People didn't have children intentionally. You know, you can tell within their actions because if you did, you would say, nah, nothing is going to stop you from seeing your child no matter how much I'm beefing with you. No matter how much I really don't like you, I'm going to set up an environment where you and that child can spend time together, especially if it's like that for real, Go ahead and let them do their thing.
But why are y'all talking like that usually happens on the man's side?
I was about to,
Men don't prevent the mother of the child from seeing the child.
Can I say it? Let me say it.
So when you speak
I fuck
to
with
that,
him, bro. I fuck with
speak
him.
specifically to the women that are weaponizing a child, using a child and using it as a weapon against the man that they no longer are with. Speak to it specifically.
I will say this. I think more often than not, the person that's standing in the way of that other parental relationship is the mom. And I think what happens in the situation often is because the woman carries the baby, we feel like that's my baby.
No.
But what I need y'all to understand is that's that daddy's baby too.
Yeah,
and as much as it hurt, let me get this out because I'm on y'all side right now. As much as it hurt, as much as the pain of it not working out, you didn't carry that person's child and extend his lineage for y'all not to be together. I get that. I can understand how that's heartbreaking. I really can. You have to put your ego aside and let your kids win in life. Yeah. You don't want your kids to have the same experiences that you had. So if you standing in the way of your child actually knowing their father, getting to build a relationship with their father, letting their father be a father, it's time for you to look in the mirror and do some self-reflection.
And fellas, you got to start knowing that these are really your kids, all right? Look at it like a Coke machine, all right? You put a quarter in, and that Coke come out, it's your Coke. If you put a baby in her and it come out, that's your baby. So y'all need to start getting down to these courthouses before they do.
Well, I'll say this too. I'm trying to one thing I never see is very rare. When the parents break up and they go their separate ways, fathers never take the kids. They always, most of the time, end up with the mom.
You heard somebody in the background. He was like, I did. He said, I did. That's dope, bro.
So when certain situations or certain things happen, men really do leave the ball in the women's court because they don't really step up to do much. They allow the women to take on majority of the load. They allow her to do majority of the work and then want to jump in and make executive decisions when they're not even there while everything is going on. So that could cause all types of issues. You shaking your head, Anton, but it's true. These men don't want to raise these kids.
Rico, real quick. Rico, what you think?
Well, it's not what I think. It's actually what I know.
Hold the fuck up.
I know that only 18% of men win custody of their children. And I know that over 50% of men fight for their children. So when I can tell you that 1 out of 2 fathers are actually fighting for their child, I'm going to say I strongly disagree that they're not there for that child. But I will also say that systematically it's set up for us to lose, specifically in our community, against our child, to win over our child. So my problem with this all is when a woman, specifically speaking, if I go by numerics, is 72% of women that are actually winning the custodial rights of their child. Of that percentage, they're actually willingly allowing their child to suffer by not have that father in their life if they're playing that game.
Yep.
And my issue with it all is a lot of women think that they're okay because they didn't have that experience with their father. So they think that their child is okay. But you said, let them look in the mirror. They haven't understood the mirror. They don't even understand where their flaws are coming from. And they're automatically allowing those flaws to be instilled in their kid.
What they doing nowadays?
Can I tell you the truth, though? Can I tell you the
Let
truth?
him cook.
He was done.
He was
Playing. Relax, niggas. I think the issue with a lot of people that are broken is, and you know what's crazy about this? I was just talking to my twin over there in the audience about
Let
this
him
recently,
cook.
a couple days ago actually. I own my shit. I can look at situations when I was younger or from right now and say, you know what, dang, I ain't have to really spaz out on them like that and crash out or fight. Or I was overstimulated in the situation. It really wasn't that I was angry. A lot of people can't look in that mirror and say, you know what, I be fucking up. People will look in that mirror and they'll see an ego reflection and be like, oh no, I'm good. It's all that nigga fucking up. He keep dropping the ball. He lost a good thing. He lost out. No, he didn't lose out on anything, baby. You got some work to do. He left for a reason.
Was never there for a reason.
Absolutely.
He didn't commit for a
Now,
reason.
to be clear, that's not me giving a pass to no hoe-ass nigga that's not raising his child, because that's weak as hell, and you will never be a man, and you will never be blessed. However, it's a lot of you women that are standing in the way of the men and being fathers, and y'all got to sit the fuck down. I know. Oh, it's only 2 claps for that shit. I bet. Let's get to this next question. We got another question over here. Let's get to it.
That was dope.
Hey guys, I'm
Hey, girl.
Lauren, and I go by Access Lauren, and I have 2 questions. My first question is for Anton.
Anton. All right, I'm gonna try my best to remember this. I keep calling you Antoine. My bad, bro. I'm not doing it out of disrespect. I don't know.
I just want to say I respect you so much for being in a marriage 20 years plus. That's amazing. As a mother of 3 sons,
Damn.
from a 13-year relationship that did not work out, I want to know, I'm not sure if you have a daughter, but if you had a daughter, and she accidentally messed up and she ended up having a child out of wedlock and she didn't end up with that guy, and
Go back to him.
You know, it didn't work out. Do you feel like she deserves love still? Do you feel like she still deserves to have a situation?
No.
If your daughter made a mistake and had a baby out of wedlock, do she still deserve love?
You make a mistake.
Does she?
No. I'm going to answer the question, and then I'm going to get a context. All right? No.
Damn.
Thank you. No.
Okay. You get a pass?
She don't get a pass. Absolutely not.
Are you helping with the baby?
No.
You gonna love on the baby?
No, she needs to.
When
It's
he
not
see that
cap.
grandchild, he gonna help with that baby.
That's
He's
for
a
sure.
good guy.
I'm trying to tell you.
He's a great guy.
Listen.
Okay.
I teach my daughter that, first of all, I don't believe in dating. I'm not going to talk about that yet. However, I teach my daughter that, for example, when she gets married, you got to cleave to the person that you with. Ain't no mistakes. You smart. I taught you well. You didn't make a mistake and have a kid out of wedlock. You opened up your legs to somebody you shouldn't have been with in the first place. You got to be responsible for that. You got to own that. You have to own that. And more importantly, I have to ask you, why are you not with him? Why did you leave? Go, if he was good enough to open up your legs to,
Facts.
that's your husband.
Facts.
That thing was thumping. It wasn't
Facts.
that he was good enough. It was just
What did
I
she
was
say? What did she say?
Dad.
Daddy, when I first met him, he was everything that he was supposed to be. But after I had this kid down the line, and all of a sudden, he put his hands on me. You gonna tell her to stay through that?
Well, first of all, I don't believe her because she went against what I taught her in the first place.
You don't believe her.
And that she should have got married before she carried. And if she got married before she carried, that mean I would have been able to vet that man out too.
Ooh, W. That was a W take. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, this nigga be cooking, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. This nigga be cooking. I would give the exact same advice, which is, why are you not with the baby father? And even though she hit him with this side fucking question, he fucking answered it perfectly. But I would take it full, blunt, front head. Why? Why is that happening? Is he just waking up in the daytime and slapping the shit out you? Or are you pushing his buttons, putting your hands on him, and then he's overcorrecting that to combat your masculinity in order for him to control the situation? That's what I would need, a lot more context in why that is happening, or why did that happen. It can't be that, oh, you just made dinner wrong one time and he slapped the shit out you. Then yes, of course, get away from that nigga. And yes, of course, be done with him, never talk to him again, etc. Do what you need to do, restraining order, all that. But typically that don't happen like that. It's more so the woman is doing something or something happens and both people are doing something. Both people are being physical, etc. It's not a necessarily one-way dimensional DV situation, that which I know of, because I've read these studies, is most of the time not like that. So I would want to know more context in that question that you gave. You gave a very extreme hypothetical, but most of the time it's not even that extreme. I don't think. Most of the time it's not a nigga hitting somebody or a bitch hitting somebody or they have a DV situation. Most of the time you may not like the person, you fall out of love, you found someone else, you on some 3 or 4 behavior, you want to be free, but he wants to actually control the relationship and make you be a good woman, a virtuous woman, when you're not ready to be a virtuous woman, and that's how those situations actually come about. So that's what I would say. I stand 10 toes with what Anton said, which is, from a woman's perspective, you should be trying to marry before you carry. As a male's perspective, I don't necessarily agree with that. But that's my take. If anyone wanted to debate about that, etc., I'm willing to debate about it, etc. From a woman's perspective, I'm 100% with you. But from a man's perspective, I'm not 100% with you with that. I don't think men should be getting married in 2025 without just cause for that marriage, without benefit for that marriage, or you yourself are religious and you want marriage, etc. But that's my take. I'm willing to be convinced otherwise, though. So, but anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like. If you want to see more videos like this, you already know where to find me. And I'm out. Peace.